So good morning everyone, welcome back to CoasterFlix Adventures, and today I am in New Jersey at Six Flags Great Adventure. Really looking forward to getting on El Toro, and I've just seen the Superman behind me, which is a flyer with a pretzel loop, so I'm not really sure what's on. I haven't looked into it too much, what we've got here, but I know El Toro is on my list, and there's also Old Jersey Devil, which is very much like the Golden Lasso that I went on in Six Flags Magic Mountain. So single rail RMC. So I'm just going to head into the park now. I've just come on a coach from New York, so Manhattan. So I went to Port Authority and got a ticket. It was $30 to get there and $30 to get back. Make sure that you book on the app called Our Bus. That will then guarantee you a spot on the bus. There was a few people that almost didn't get on there that hadn't pre-booked. So yeah, so I'm going to head in through the turnstiles now and let's start our great adventure. So here we are in the park now. It's a little kind of Main Street area. It's actually called Main Street. It's really nice. There is the Joker in the background. Looking forward to getting on that one. Now, it seems like the park's split kind of left-right, so I think I'm probably going to head right first and head over. There's a Sky Flyer. These giant hats. It's a Ferris wheel. I just love coming to new parks and working out what's new, where everything is. Just having a really great day. So park operations today are 10 a.m. till 8 p.m. So I've got plenty of time to get some stuff in. And looks like all of the direction signs are really clear as well. I think this is the new ride, the Flash, I think it's called, for this year. Ah, so Movie Town. Right, okay, so maybe there's some sort of theming areas, which is quite nice. That does look very good. Battle for Metropolis. I have been on this before at Six Flags Magic Mountain, so let's see if it's the same or any different. Looks very similar with the facade on the outside.
It's long overdue. Only when I'm in control of Metropolis will true justice be restored.
Okay, team. This blue bar features an enemy that will temporarily defend you against the Joker's landing gas.
Get him, Holly!
You madman!
You pay for what you've done!
Say goodnight, Superman.
Kryptonite!
Laser. I'll take him to LexCorp headquarters. You deal with these fools.
Follow me, Justice League B team, if you can keep my idea following me.
Those things were trying to kick us forward. Let's get moving. Something will be done here. I warned you about joining forces with the Justice League. You'll now face the full force of my plasma blast.
Where are we? Cover us!
We'd like to make you all honorary members of the Justice.
So just had a brilliant ride on Justice League Battle for Metropolis. Actually, probably a better version for me than the version I went on in Six Flags Magic Mountain. The Joker animatronic detail in its face is fantastic. Sometimes you don't want to be using the blasters just to take it all in, all the immersiveness. The screens are pretty good as well. There was no delay, everything seemed on target, so yeah, really solid, good ride. Towards Batman the Ride, unfortunately it says the ride is closed for the day. I am gutted about that one. I have, though, however, done the one at Magic Mountain, which is the same layout. I have a feeling that El Toro could be the same fate. But this is a really cool, it's a replica of the 1989 Batmobile. So, love that. I think it's one of the best Batmobiles ever created. Heading on to Nitro, which is a B&M sit-down coaster. Just going up with this hill. So here we go, yeah, it's a B&M hypercoaster. So let's head on to Nitro. First ride on Nitro, B&M hypercoaster, didn't let down. Fantastic first drop into a big airtime hill with a turn, a few airtime hills to a turnaround, more airtime hills to come back, and then a finale of a brilliant uphill helix, followed by 3 quick airtime hills, lots of ejector time, lots of airtime, great ride, really smooth. Good B&M smooth old school coaster, old B&M, not rattly. It was really nice. Good layout as well. Good long layout. Really pleased with it. So I think I'm gonna head on to Jersey Devil now. So here we are for Jersey Devil, the RMC single rail coaster. I've done one of these before at Magic Mountain, so it looks a very similar layout, maybe a little bit shorter actually. But let's head on. Just had a great ride on Jersey Devil. It's pretty much the layout of Six Flags Magic Mountain. Brilliant ejector time, and it's very unique with the fact that you're sitting in a single line. Really good ride. My only flaw with it is that you have to take everything out your pockets, and their locker system wasn't the best. So I managed to get it sorted eventually, but yeah, so want to know, if you've got somebody with you, leave your stuff with them, because their locker systems aren't brilliant. But yeah, all right, let's see what else we got. So next up, heading on to an indoor ride, indoor coaster, Skull Mountain. Haven't a clue what this is about, so I love going on things and not knowing what they are. So let's head in there. Just come off Skull Mountain, and literally it was just a themed station with a coaster that is probably a reasonable layout, a good start coaster, quite intense first drop, a few intense turns and drops, so actually quite a nice little coaster, to be honest with you. Theming wise, it was just a black shed. Unfortunately, there was a lot of parts where light was coming through, so it was semi-black. So yeah, I'm going to try and head round now to go on the Gotham coaster and try and find where that is. So I'm going to head there. While in Gotham City, heading on Dark Knight coaster. It looks very much themed to the Dark Knight movie as well, with the sign, so let's see what it's like. So just come off Dark Knight coaster. Actually had a pretty good pre-show. It had Harvey Dent from the movie talking, then it kind of glitched, and it was Why So Serious, the Heath Ledger speaking. Didn't see any of him on the screen, but you could hear it. Some projection around the building as well. We went into the loading station and onto the ride. Quite a comfortable ride. Went up a lift hill and realised at that point that it was a wild mouse. So going through all the various different areas, different parts, fully immersed in the dark. There was some lights, a few minor theming, some thugs kind of on the side shooting. I feel like when it was first opened, it probably had better lighting in there, because you couldn't see all of the props and all of the animatronics. But yeah, decent ride. Quite a surprise drop at one point as well, didn't expect. So yeah, solid ride, and definitely worth going on. So next I'm heading on to the Joker. Actually haven't been on one of these before, so let's try it out and see what it's like. I know there are many Six Flags parks, but this is my first time I've had a chance to get on one. So just come off the Joker. Very unique ride. Wow, never done anything like that before. I like the way it does the spins. I feel like it's controlled because there's a fin. So as it hit the fin, we then span round. So yeah, really good. Probably have to go back on that again later. So I've just spoken to one of the ride operatives, and he recognised my Hyperion hat. Unfortunately, yeah, El Toro apparently has been down for the last few days, so it doesn't look like I'm going to get that today. It's unfortunate because it's my big draw to get here, but as I said in my other blog, I've got family that lives here now, so definitely going to be back and I have an opportunity to ride that in the future. So heading over to the opposite side of the park now and checking out all the coasters over there. I'm walking through right now. It has a few family rides, but it's a very open area. Definitely enough space to put expansion of maybe a small coaster or flat rides in. And oh, down here we got Tweety and Sylvester for a meet and greet. And it's kind of like all circusy here as well. There's a guy on stilts walking around. Some big tops. So a very nice, clean park. Nice open plan as well. Just watched it, looked a bit rough, so let's see what it's like.
Oh! Oh!
That was rough. Really kind of, the restraint hit my stomach. The sides really jolted. Yeah, not a pleasant experience. Definitely will not be going on that one again. It's a credit, but definitely won't be doing that one again. Yeah, pretty painful. So next up is Medusa B&M sit-down coaster. Looks a good layout. Reminds me a little bit of Kingda from Busch Gardens. Probably because it's green, but especially this Cobra roll. But, let's have a look. I mean, Cobra roll right by the entrance, and it's Medusa. Very, very, very nice little touch there in theming. So let's head in. Just come off my ride on Medusa. Nice layout, quite smooth. Probably not the best floorless coaster I've been on. I think I prefer Kraken at SeaWorld. What's interesting though is that this ride used to be called Bizarro, which is a bad guy from Superman. And you can still see a lot of the theming elements as you go around. There's like buildings and there's like a corkscrew that is a near miss element. that lights up. You know, you can see that even, I'm going to flip the camera so you can see at the back of the sign, you can still see the shape of where the Zorro used to be. So I'll flip that now. In the top right hand corner, that looks like the back of the Superman logo. The Zorro uses the same logo, but a B. So that was what that was for before. And yeah, good smooth layout. This Cobra roll was really good. So I managed to also get front row on there as well. So there's just one coaster left in this park that I haven't done yet, and that is the Superman flying coaster. I'm going to head over there now, and unfortunately no El Toro. You can see it, and it's just standing but not operating. It's such a shame. But let's go over to Superman. Superman Ultimate Flight, a B&M flying coaster. It's one of the very first after Air at Alton Towers, and also known as Galactica. So let's head in. Just come off my ride on Superman Ultimate Flight. Really nice B&M coaster. Not much theming, it's just grass underneath, so you can definitely see how they've probably used an old car park to use the space up. But yeah, the pretzel loop wasn't as intense as the likes of things like Tatsu or Manta, SeaWorld, but really nice transitions. There was a really nice corkscrew, felt really smooth. A couple of rickety parts in some towards the beginning, but it won't be Tatsu for me from a flying coaster point of view. I think my top 3 flying coasters have got to be Tatsu, then Manta, then this, and then I'll take Galactica at Alton Towers. But yeah, nice ride. And I've got to say, they've got good selections of rides here at Six Flags Great Adventure. You know, you've got the Woody, obviously not getting on that one today, a good set of B&M, and some good flat rides as well. So I think next I'm going to go on an indoor ride. It's called Houdini Great Escape. Don't know what it's about. Obviously it's going to be about the magician or the illusionist Houdini. But let's have a look. So I've just come out of Houdini's Great Escape, and it was an experience, let's just say that. So you start off going into a pre-show. There's loads of box like the water tank and a bit of a history story. The candelabras move and some gargoyles turn around and stuff like that in the room. It's to kind of bring up, the idea is that they're trying to summon Houdini back from the dead in his home. And then you go into this room and it's a madhouse with spinning walls, you know, very much like Hex at Alton Towers. So we're going around, you know, it's themed to in his house, there's some narration. Halfway through, we stopped kind of on its side, and the exit you could see where the doors are were on the side as well, so it wasn't moving anywhere. We got stuck there for about 5 minutes. At first, I thought it was probably part of the illusion and part of the ride itself, but it wasn't. But yeah, so anyway, probably wouldn't do it again. It wasn't very well themed either, like Hex. I mean, the bit where you go upside down, there was no theming on there at all either. There was a table in the room which looked like a glow, like a ball, a bit like Madame Leota has in Haunted Mansion, but nothing happened in that either. Whether that was part of the sequence that we missed, but they just stopped it, put us down, let us off, no apologies or anything. So yeah. And another thing I would say, what really, really bad about it was the getting on the ride. People had to go through, walking over people to try and put their bags away. Just needs to be rejigged, because it meant the ride was like 10 minutes before we actually got going, before they actually started getting everybody's bags on. Someone left their drink on the side. So yeah, it wasn't the best operations from that point of view either. But yeah, not one I'd do again. But still a good ride system, but not what I'd do again. Anyway, I think I'm going to head over to the new Flash ride now, because I didn't quite get it earlier, so I'm going to head on there. I'm heading on to the Flash vertical velocity. It's a Vekoma boomerang, new style. So let's have a look. So I've just come off Flash vertical velocity. Wow, it's the best ride in this park. Vekoma boomerang, absolutely phenomenal. 3 really nice smooth launches. There's a hang time element, which gave me vibes of Hyperia, the hang time on that. If anyone's been on there, they know exactly what I mean. But this time you do it backwards as well. So it goes through the whole course. You swing forward, swing back to a vertical spike, and then go through a big loop that gives you that hang time. Then into another boost, corkscrew, and then around into a small spike, and then you do it all backwards again. The only thing I would say with that, as it is one train, there's a little bit of a wait, but absolutely worth it. Hands down, best ride in the park. So yeah, I don't know what else could beat that. So it's come to the end of my day here at Six Flags Great Adventure. Had a really good day. Highlight has been the Flash vertical velocity. That hang time did it for me out of all the coasters here. Really good launches. Yeah, fantastic coaster. Really nice addition to this park. Followed by Nitro, I think was probably one of the other better ones. Some really good airtime on those hills, and a good first drop. Medusa was good. Joker was an interesting one. I wouldn't say I enjoyed it, but I wouldn't say I hated it. It was good. It was a good ride. You know, a couple of disasters at Houdini. No El Toro. Oh, gutted. Got to come back here just for that alone. And then obviously Batman was closed as well. But I have done the version in Six Flags Magic Mountain, so I'm not so bothered by that one. Yeah, some good flat rides. The Wonder Woman gyro swing, very good. You know, some of the other flat rides. The dark rides are okay. I think, you know, as I went on the Gotham one, it was hyped up with the pre-show, and then a bit of a letdown being just a mouse in the dark with a bit of theming after that. But, you know, it's Six Flags, what do you expect? You know, I actually really like the layout. It's not too big. It's all kind of in really easy enough to get to. And another one was really good was Superman. I love that as well. Yeah, really nice, not too intense, not Tatsu, but still a great ride. Either way, so I had a really nice day here at Six Flags Great Adventure. Really glad I came. So yeah, so while I've been here, I've been on the Cyclone at Coney Island, so make sure you check out the vlog from there, and also American Dream Mall, where I was there a few days ago for that as well. So had a good few coaster days in these trips, and I'll be heading back to the UK in the next few days. So yeah, from me at CoasterFlix, I'll see you in the next one.